From counter-terrorism to the US strategy in Afghanistan, from global warming to nuclear non-proliferation, Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and US President Barack Obama are expected to cover a range of issues, says India's ambassador to Washington, Meera Shankar.
Security, economic, political, and development issues. Then there are regional challenges on which both countries have concerns, and surely they will exchange perspectives and views.
President Obama sees the two countries working together for the betterment of the world, says Under Secretary of State William Burns.
As our scientists solve environmental challenges together, our doctors discover new medicines, our engineers advance our societies, our entrepreneurs generate prosperity, our educators lay the foundation for our future generations, and our governments work together to advance peace, prosperity, and stability around.
But South Asia observers say the talks could be challenging because India is a rival of China and Pakistan, and both are US priorities. During President Obama's visit to China, Indians watched carefully. Tension over the border dispute between New Delhi and Beijing has escalated in recent weeks. India is concerned that the US is encouraging China to take a more active role in South Asia. The joint US-China statement at the end of President Obama's visit to Beijing urged China to promote peace between India and Pakistan. Indian Foreign Ministry officials point to China's close relationship with Pakistan. Indian analyst Raja Mohan is a foreign policy scholar at the Library of Congress. He shares India's concern.
That there's a danger of seeing South Asia or India through the prism of China, and I would merely caution against it.
The US also wants to limit India's role in Afghanistan because of Pakistani sensitivities, says Mohan.
My sense is whether it is counterterrorism cooperation, whether it is India's role in Afghanistan, how much more it can do, all this is being constrained in the US mind. That should we let India do more in Afghanistan, would Pakistan get upset?
Mohan says defining India's role this way is dangerous because US staying power in Afghanistan is not open-ended. And that could have a long-term impact, says Teresita Schaefer at the Center for Strategic and International Studies.
But there is great uneasiness about the possibility that the U.S. wouldn't be there and that therefore essentially there wouldn't be any counterweight to Pakistani influence in Afghanistan.
And Pakistan's reluctance to deal with the terror group Lashkar-e-Toiba remains a problem for India. The terror attacks last year in Mumbai that killed 160 people were blamed on the Pakistan-based group. Ashley Tellis, a scholar at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, says India is bound to raise the issue.
Whether the United States is committed to combating terrorism, not only with respect to groups that affects its own interests, but also Indian security.
Experts say the US and India will also try to work on their differences over global warming and international trade. Ravi, Khanna, VOA News, Washington.